Good morning, YouTube. Here we are at the second day of VidCon Australia 2018. I'm quite tired, and once again, I am late. Not because I forgot anything this time, just because I had to pick up an extra SD card. You think that I would have figured this out by now. But apparently my computer didn't have enough space. It's a whole long saga, but I got it now, and I'm heading into the second day of VidCon. And the first day was great. As you've probably seen from a few things I filmed, I watched a few good panels, and then I watched the creator keynote, and it kind of both reinforced my idea of how YouTube has changed and adapted it a little bit. It's both very different from how it was when it first started and still very similar. You're still able to upload whatever you want within reason. There's no paywall for forcing you to upload anything, although that may change in the future. I hope it doesn't. And it's very still accessible in the sense that you can still film something and upload it, like what I'm doing now. These videos probably won't have any editing or any color editing or anything. I'll just probably edit them a little bit, link it all together, and then upload it. And I can still do that exactly the same way I did that when I started making videos in 2011. And in that way, YouTube hasn't changed. It's still available there for new kids, new teenagers coming along, making whatever they want and uploading it. It's just the way I was saying before, it's changed in what people will watch, what people will absorb, what people will like, and figuring that out, if you care about subscribers and view count and all that sort of thing, is very different to how it was. And I think that's what I'm going to do today. I'm going to see if I can interview some YouTubers, some friends of mine, and see what they think. Oh, it's gone dark again. Where is the good lighting? Where is good lighting? There we go. Some good lighting. This way. No. Oh, there we go. There we go. And interview some of my friends today and see how they think YouTube has changed, and whether it is more or less difficult for new people to come along and get that community, get those subscribers. And even though I might not have a lot of people watching this, I still feel part of communities that I was a part of in 2011. Even going back before I was making videos in 2007, 2008. And it's crazy to think that there are people, kids who were born in 2005, 2004, or around that age, who basically grew up and started watching YouTube videos before, well, after the kind of main wave. They would have started watching or making YouTube videos probably around about now, when they're 12 or 14. I hope my math is correct there, it might not be. Regardless, I think I need some other opinions on this. So, here's some interviews. Hello, so I'm here with Grace. What's your channel?
My channel is g-swizzel books. I'm a booktuber. That's right.
Nice, so I'm going around and basically asking people, how do you think YouTube has changed since you either started watching YouTube when you were younger, or since you started creating, if you've been creating for a while?
I grew up watching YouTube. In fact, I think I was inspired to join YouTube when there was this reality TV show, like YouTube reality TV show, before like YouTube Red/Premium became a thing, and it was known as Internet Icon. Right. I'm not too sure if you knew about that. It was hosted by like Ryan Higa and Timothy Delgado.
Yeah.
I loved that show, and so I think that's when I decided that I personally wanted to be a YouTuber, or like a creator. I wanted to be a creator. And it's dramatically changed since then. There are so many YouTubers that I used to follow, I used to watch, but then again, as I grow and as the rest of the audience grows, things change.
Yeah.
Because we all grow up, we all get full-time jobs, and it's difficult to keep up with your favorite YouTubers if you're not putting the time in. And so that means the audience changes. That means new creators do rise up. So I think in that way, that's how YouTube's changed. Everybody's grown, but yeah, there's just constantly something new and unexpected every day.
One more question. Since you're kids and teenagers today who may have either grown up before the first 5 years of YouTube, so they're watching YouTube and they never saw the beginning of it, and they're only coming now into new creators that we may have no idea of because we started watching when YouTube first was created. How do you think those kids or teenagers are being influenced, and what videos do you think they will create that will be different from the videos we may have created in our youth, if that makes sense?
Oh, that's a
Give me a break.
yeah. I really need to think about this one. Well, the people that young people look up to on YouTube are completely different now. So, and it's very difficult to say because I was influenced in a positive way. And in some cases there are some negatives, especially with what has been happening in these past 2 years with some specific channels that I'm not really going to be naming. And it's funny because I see those influences in young people as somebody who was a youth leader for 4 years, has only just recently resigned from that. So I could definitely see those influences affect them, but then there are some popular positive influences as well. There's the few hidden gems that are really good, like for example Shane Dawson. Like he's an amazing documentary creator. Like his style is just awesome, and he constantly sees the best in people, and that's kind of the creator that I aspire to be, and the creator that I hope that young people also aspire to be.
Cool.
So yeah.
Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy the rest of your VidCon. And your channel name one more time?
My channel name is g-swizzel books. Yeah, I'm a booktuber, so if you like books.
Imagine pushing a car.
Okay.
That's the way I picture. Like people think, okay, I need to be like the car needs to be moving. Oh, it's not moving, and I give up, or that it sucks, right? But really, like I'm assuming it's similar for you guys. But as far as getting a project going, like it's always harder to get the flow moving. But once the flow is happening, at least for me, it's happening. It happens. But like you really have to be prepared for the beginning to be a fight and to feel like you're not inspired and you're looking for something and you doubt yourself, but you just have to realize that's part of the process. So you just do it, and eventually, and sometimes as you gain the skill and be able to getting through that quicker, eventually you know how to push start a car. And you just are prepared for the initial resistance, but you just do that every time.
So I'm here with Toby and your channel.
Tobies.
How do you spell that?
B-E-E-S, and it's a physics channel.
Awesome, yes. So you do videos on all of the physics.
Yeah, mostly talking about what it's like to study physics rather than actually like teaching people how to do physics. Talking about what it's like to be in that environment, studying and doing exams and like that.
Cool. So I've been asking a few people different questions. Since you started YouTube or started watching YouTube, how has it changed, or how do you think it has changed? Do you think it's changed for the better, or possibly worse? Maybe a mix of both.
So how YouTube has changed.
Yes, how YouTube has changed.
I think there's probably common things that are sort of obvious to see of how YouTube has changed, and the fact that it used to be a lot more community driven, and that people that were creating content were also saving and reviewing content. So there was a lot more people creating, and it wasn't like there was this huge gap between creators and the audience. Everyone was sort of the same level as creating. I don't mean in magnitude.
Yes.
Sort of percentage of what is on YouTube. Now it's common for people to just be passive viewers of YouTube and just sign on and to only ever watch content but never make content themselves. So I think that has changed a lot of aspects of things. And that it gives people that make content like a pedestal to
Yes.
stand on.
So rather than a community of people making content together and all watching each other and experiencing that has kind of turned more into almost like TV or Netflix or kind of mainstream media.
Yeah, it's definitely trended towards more TV than what was its initial niche, which was that it wasn't TV.
Yeah. So how do you think that's now affecting kids and teenagers who are watching YouTube now in this kind of, for want of a better word, TV era, rather than when we may have been watching YouTube in the early days when it was more community driven?
I guess I can't really have any authority to say how it's exactly affecting kids.
No, in your opinion.
Now, I know that when I was young, watching YouTube was that sense of community that I liked about it, and like you, a lot of people that I go through YouTube events have become my friends. A lot of my friends are now on YouTube, and if there is like a greater divide between people who make content, maybe it would be so easy to make YouTube friends in the same way that I have been able to. But I think that online community still exists within fandoms and fan bases.
Yeah, it's almost like it's kind of become two communities. The creators who started in those early days or who are making trends now in their community, and then those that watch them experiencing kind of like the fandoms and TV of today. Now that's not necessarily a bad thing or a good thing, it's just different. So my final question is, where do you think YouTube is going to go in the next 5 or 10 years? Or are we still going to be putting videos even on YouTube?
I don't know, like I personally never want to assume certainty in YouTube. I make YouTube now, but I don't believe that it will be forever my video like it is. But I can't really say it will take over. It is so big at the moment. I feel like it's probably trending more towards this TV-based thing at the moment, or at least that mainstream media is recognizing it as a legitimate voice to be up as well. So I think it's being recognized like as a mainstream media source.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see what the advertisers do and new premium content like YouTube Red and all that sort of stuff. Thank you for your opinions. I hope you enjoy the rest of your VidCon and your channel name one more time. Maybe spell it.
Tibees, T-I-B-E-S.
Cool. Thanks, Toby.
And he's close enough to wonderful, he's objectively beautiful. I'm starting to think I've had a little too much to drink. But his eyes are blue and you know how much I love blue. He looks a lot like you and you know how much I love you. But he's not you. He's close enough to wonderful, but he's not you. Close enough to wonderful, but he's not. He's close enough to wonderful, but he's not. He's close enough to wonderful, but he's not you.
I'm here with Patrick and your channel name, Patrick?
Digital Ninja.
Awesome. So I've been asking people, how do you think YouTube has changed since we started watching YouTube or you started doing videos on YouTube?
That's a good question. I think it's become really professionalized. So back when I started watching YouTube back in like 2008, 2009, it was like people just switching on a webcam and doing their own thing. Now it can go anywhere from that to a whole production, a whole really intense kind of thing. And I think it's become really professionalized, and it's given the platform a sense of legitimacy.
Yeah, but do you think that makes it more difficult for kids and teenagers today who may be watching YouTubers and maybe going, oh, I wish I could do that? Do you think the barrier of entry is higher?
No, not the barrier of entry. I think that it's like when I first made a video, I had to go out and buy a camera because camera phones were terrible in 2000.
Yes, they were.
Nowadays, like I've shot videos on my phone that are just as good as like this $2,000 camera rig, and it's all about just using what you've got in front of you. You might have the budget to get a really amazing camera, but if you've got a phone, that can do just as well.
That's awesome. So still hope for kids and teenagers who are watching YouTube videos today.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always appetite for new content and new people.
My final question is, since YouTube has become more professional and there's more of that professionalism today, there are teenagers who are now watching
YouTube who didn't grow up in that early era when we did. How do you think that's kind of affecting them, for want of a better word, influencing them, I guess, is a better term?
Yeah, well, I think it's finally seen as a viable career pathway, or at least a potential vocation. Whereas, like, when I was in high school, it was, you get really famous and go on TV, and that's the only pathway to get your content out there and actually make money off it. Nowadays, you can have 100,000 subscribers and be able to make a full-time living on YouTube.
That's awesome. Thank you for answering my questions, and your channel name one more time?
It's Digital Ninja.
Cool.
Thanks, Rome.
All right. Thanks, Pat.
Inside of the paleontological community, there are huge debates, and like people disagree with each other in like not nice ways. They're like,
glad I've stayed out of paleontology YouTube.
yeah. So I don't know if it's like social justice levels. I do know that it's not. But yeah, like we got in a ton of trouble once. Like somebody sent us this like extremely long thing about how we were so wrong, and then we sent it off to our fact checkers, and they're like, well, and then it was like this, like a 2-week-long process of like fact checking a T-Rex video. And it's like, this is a T-Rex. Like we know about these things. They've been around for a while, but it turns out it's like the vasculature and the face of the T-Rex, is that actually vasculature, or is it sense organs? And you're just like, oh my god, why? Because like, and like in the video we're like, and this is what is thought, but like, yeah, it's surprising you got. It's like that's amazing. Not the case for any of the science content, but like. Dinosaur people are serious.
So I'm here with Almira. What's your channel name?
Ready?
Nice. So I've been asking people a few questions. How do you think YouTube has changed since we started either watching or creating YouTube from when we were kids and teenagers?
So when I started watching YouTube, it was back in 2007 when it first came out. I was like Freddie Wong, Mystery Guitar Man. And yeah, back then YouTube videos were like really short, like 1 minute, 5-minute videos max. And you know, it was really easy to just watch all your favorite YouTubers. You go in, you see like a fun music clip or like some crazy like video effects if it was very long. And then you just, that was it. And then
went on with your life.
Went on with your life. And like as YouTube began to grow and more people became creators and you found more interesting creators, like there was more stuff to watch and the videos just kept getting longer. They're like 10-minute videos, like half-an-hour videos, like 1-hour videos. Now they're like live streams that go on for like 6 hours. It's just like, we don't have time to watch our favorite creators anymore. You have to curate what you watch. You have to set up a schedule to watch YouTube now. And it's kind of sad, but I guess it's just part of growing up.
Yeah, I think it's part of growing up, but also part of YouTube growing up. Like a few other people I've spoken to, they've talked about how it's kind of more turning into TV and media. And I mean, I'll sit down and I'll watch a 4-hour-long D&D video, which I love, but that's all I'm watching that night, or 2 nights in a row. And I think that's kind of, if it's changing into TV and media and we have to schedule stuff, do you think that kind of, I guess in the early days we could watch 10, 15 creators and get a wide perspective of views, which probably influenced us growing up through puberty and those horrible years. But nowadays, if a teenager's only watching 1 or 2 people, they don't have as big of, I guess, a wide variety of different viewpoints. Do you think that's accurate, or do you think not as accurate?
Well, I think that back when YouTube started, it was definitely very American-centric thing.
Definitely,
like,
yeah.
So nowadays, the thing is, it has become more global, and because it's become more global, there are more people. So there are more people and more cultures coming onto YouTube, but because there is so much to watch, we also have to limit ourselves. But the thing is, with TV, someone else is curating what you watch. It's already pre-scheduled. With YouTube, it's what you have to curate it yourself, or you follow somebody who creates playlists that have the same tastes as you. But it does fall into that danger of creating your own bubble of what you used to watch and what you're happy with watching. And you know, there are now more options than there were before, but people might not be stepping out to explore those options because there are so many.
Yeah, that's very true. Do you think that the YouTubers that we're getting today are having a different effect on kids and teenagers than the YouTubers we grew up with? Maybe not a different effect, but a changing effect. Because like now you've got gamers and Twitch, and you've got long form media, which we didn't have when we were in that kind of influential phase of our childhood.
I think it's definitely because the production value has increased. It's like falling into how TV might have influenced people before. I think depending on which YouTubers people follow, it will still have the same effect because there's still people creating the same types of videos, but now because it's higher quality, because more people are doing it, because it is like sort of become professionalized, it influences people more into the stardom rather than maybe the initial impact like bedroom vloggers had initially, where it was just more an attraction to a community or personality.
Do you think that's kind of, and this will be the last question, do you think it's kind of stopped new people kind of choosing to create? Like if I watched, when I was a kid, if I watched, say, Charlie make a 3-minute long video just in his bedroom, I was more feeling, oh, I can do that. Whereas if I watch a video now and it's 15 minutes long and it's well produced, with heaps of lighting, heaps of high-end cameras that I might not have access to if I'm 15 years old and I only have an allowance from my parents? Or do you think that the core premise of YouTube has still stayed the same in that you can pick up a camera or a phone and film whatever you want?
Well, like, I think nowadays that kind of attitude has shifted a lot towards gaming because nowadays kids just have more access to gaming. Like PC games, console games, I guess have become more accepted and more accessible. So that shift of I can do YouTube videos has shifted to I can Twitch stream gaming videos. But also nowadays, because of the way technology has advanced, cameras, like fancy cameras and mics and all that are just getting so much cheaper. So it feels like you do have to spend a bit more to become a YouTuber, but that technology is becoming more and more available, whether that's for better or worse.
Yeah, that's true. So the more things have changed, the more things they stay the same.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Well, thank you for answering my questions, and your channel name one more time?
I'm ready.
Cool. Thanks.
Well, in that case, we are young! Life is fun! We gotta make the most of it, make the most of it! We are young! Life is fun! We gotta make the most of it, make the most of it! Enjoy it while it lasts.
I'm on top of the world, sitting pretty on a stack, but the static still cracks in my veins. At the bottom of the universe, I'm feeling all the weight. People die for this, people lie for this, people and some guys for this, pay the toll for this, sell their soul for this, play my part, but what's my role in this? I'm not built for this, all the guilt of this, and I don't think I can deal with this. I'm too old for this, gonna fall from this, and I don't think I can deal with this. You all chop me up with some whiny who's stressed by success like my life sucks. I get it, I know. It's such a conundrum. I get what I want, but I can't have much fun with it. It's not the fame or the money I'm yearning. I don't give a about what I've been earning, but each day I wake up more blessed than I'm learning of all these people. I'm least to deserve it. I don't deserve it. I'm trying to be perfect. I'll never be perfect. I'm not worth it. Keep looking for answers. I swear I've been searching, but come up short, and I give up quick, because if I found it, I think I'd be scared of it. You don't see the scene that's behind the screen, and I urge you all to be aware of it. It's an interesting dichotomy of monetized sincerity, stir up my insecurity with constant uncertainty, generation of anxiety, the look at me society, the piety of piety, the God will suffer silently. Sorry for my obsession with attention. I have an ungodly fear of rejection. My apprehension and objection is a viral infection of dollars and followers in place of affection when I need as a human connection. Not the light and foggy reflection, of my misconception, of my own perception, a result of too much introspection. They find my disinterest interesting, my depression a funny thing, my decline is relatable. People love that I hate myself, people love that I hate myself, people love that I hate myself, people love that I hate myself. I climbed out of my head and watched myself implode. A thought without a body ought to be the shot to take a load off. My brain is poisoned and I'm searching for the antidote. But every time I find it, my defenses scream, oh no you don't! Whoa! But it's fine. No, really, I'm fine. It's just a matter of time. You lose your mind and I'll be fine from time to time. I'm not crazy, but I feel crazy all of a sudden in a city, never seeing snow or rain or leaves in autumn. Lose yourself in seasons, not remembering that you forgot him. Knocking on my door, I can't confront him, so I lock him out. But I don't mind. No, I really don't mind. Cause believe it or not, it feels good to be forgot from time to time. So forgive me, and please, God, forgive me. If you feel a touch overwhelmed by all my overwhelming negativity. Who am I and when? When's my workday end? And where does me begin? Are these my colleagues or my friends? On a scale from 10 to 1, do you hate who I've become? Cause I hate who I've become. I'm sorry for the life I've become. Thank you all for being alive.
I'm fine, you know, I'm 38 years old. So I got some hip problems. You're pumping, man.
So, VidCon 2018 is over. I hope you enjoyed my thoughts and interviews on how I think YouTube has been changing. Regardless of all my thoughts and all the thoughts of my friends and other YouTubers that I interviewed, I think my final views is that YouTube is still good. It still promotes diversity. It still promotes people jumping on and filming whatever they want to film. It still promotes what it originally promoted. It may be different, and the big celebrities on it may be different from when I was first watching YouTube, but ultimately I think not much has changed from the core values of what YouTube was. Is it going to change in the next 5 years or the next 10 years? I don't know, but I think it's up to us as creators, up to us as influencers, up to us as people who make videos to curate those who watch us, be an influence on those who watch us well. Say things that we won't regret in 2 or 3 years, but acknowledge our mistakes and our changes. I think it's important, whoop, there's my hand, that's not gonna work. I think it's important to realize that as YouTube has changed in the 10 years, we who started have also changed, and maybe what we originally wanted to get out of it isn't that way anymore. But we still have an audience, no matter whether that's 5 subscribers or 500,000 subscribers. We're still influencing people, we're still making decisions about what content we put up. I think that's always important to remember. So, till next year, this has been VidCon 2018, and it's been an amazing time. And I hope you've enjoyed watching these videos, and I hope you have an awesome week. Hopefully you'll see me next week. And don't forget to be awesome.